dawn, we woke up to another process which was served on us from the court, that the former Chief Justice is seeking judgment in default of defense. In other words, that we've not defended the substantive suit. We had 30 days to do so, and that we have not filed our defense. But our preliminary thought is that if we are objecting to the jurisdiction of the court, and the court has taken argument and has adjourned to give a ruling one way or the other, we do not exactly think that we have to file on the substantive issue, because the question before the court is whether the court has jurisdiction. The court has to clear that aspect first, and when it says that it has jurisdiction to assume, then they will order us to file our defense. And indeed, if the court was interested in getting the court could have ordered that we should file our defense together with our preliminary objection, because we were heard. It's not as if we argued that matter in court, in the ECOWAS court, and we were heard. And the court in adjourning didn't give any further direction. They told us that they are rising, and then they have adjourned the case, indefinitely. And when they come back, they will give us further directions. So we were waiting for the court to give us further direction, only to be served with a notice for default of defense. So that is where we are at the moment.
So what are the next steps? You'll be applying for that to be thrown out as well?
Yeah, we would have to file to oppose the application for default judgment. Why should it be that the president can't at will give money to people? Even Parliament cannot at will give money to people, spouses or family members of the president, and then in another case we would say that it is, we should. And the question of, I said it's a question of standards. Maybe it is, we have to make a choice as a country whether we want our leaders to be excused from some of these things, so that they can do it, and then we just ask them to return the money. Recently, where I sit, I prosecute people. Okay, so many people in this country, when they commit a certain crime, we jail them 5 years, 10 years, and all. So if the proposition is that we should excuse leaders or those who are at the top of the, let me call it the political food chain, to do certain things without holding them to account, we can adopt that as a country. And if the other school of thought is that for persons who are at that level, they should even be held to a higher standard, in the sense that they know, they know and ought to know that this should not be done, right? So if they allow that to be done, we have to decide that we will leave them to go or not. But I believe that the standards have been considered by a panel of 2 Supreme Court judges and 3 other persons, with the former, auditor, general. I would defer to their, conclusion as against their appreciation of the standard as against the former Chief Justice.